Where does manifestation, belief, and action intersect? Because believing in yourself, having an unwavering faith within yourself is the basis of manifestation. That is what we call having high agency, setting goals and deeming yourself capable of achieving said goals. Knowing that you have the capability to put in the effort to make something happen is what it means to be a high agency creator. So I see a lot of things circulating the internet about be delusional and that is the solution, and to affirm your beliefs to yourself, align yourself vibrationally with what it is you are calling forth into your life. And that is a limb of manifestation. But I could sit here and say that I make $1 million a month and believe it to be true, but that would take an immeasurable amount of action to make that my reality. Do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of people kind of cap their own manifestations, their own ability to make their dreams and their desires their reality, because they may not understand the importance of the actions to support your manifestations. So, like I was saying, that belief is the ground. That's the basis of manifestation. But action-oriented behaviors is what is actually going to make these things your reality. I had written in my notes, the real engine is your discipline, your self-awareness, and your willingness to keep showing up even when life is messy. So having that stability within yourself to know that no matter what it is that comes your way, you have the bandwidth to keep going. That is not a sign for you to stand still or to stop or to turn back. That's a sign for you to solve the puzzle. Because when you are able to solve a problem, a quote unquote problem, that is how you educate yourself. That is how you grow. That is how these things actually come to fruition. When you're able to navigate the labyrinth instead of letting yourself be taken by it. You get what I'm saying? There's so many layers to this. And I feel like the basis of this reading is to remind you how important it is for you to remain action-oriented despite confusion, despite detours, despite the messiness that is our lives. It is natural for things to come up that you did not plan for. It is natural for things to go in a way in which you didn't expect for them to go. And I saw something that was like, it was talking about Michael Phelps and how a lot of athletes visualize themselves succeeding. But what made him different was he wouldn't just visualize himself succeeding. He would visualize anything that could go wrong. And then he would visualize himself navigating it. So I say that just to say it's really important for us to recognize our anti-vision. It doesn't mean you're taking steps back when you think about how things could go left, how unexpected things can happen. That is natural, and honestly, it's realistic. But how would you navigate it? That way, when things inevitably do arise that you did not anticipate, you can navigate it with a grounded sense of direction because you have been here before and you know what step to take next without panicking. So it's not even about being fearless. You don't have to eliminate fear entirely in order for your manifestations to come to you. It's okay for you to feel fear and step forward anyway. If anything, that makes you stronger. It works that muscle in your brain and builds trust within yourself that when things arise, you can have your true feelings and you will move through it. Ooh. I feel like this is here to give you some stern love, some tough love. Don't be fooled by the internet making you think that all it takes for manifestations to be brought into your reality is for you to visualize you being there or for you to recite positive affirmations. It's natural for you to have doubt. It's natural for you to have fear. And it's about what will we do when these things arise. It's not about eliminating it entirely. You are here having a human experience, and it's natural for you to have fluctuating emotions, for you to have doubt and still choose yourself, still choose to move forward, still choose to navigate tricky situations. You have the Six of Cups. This card, every time I see it, I think of Dharma. So your karma is what you receive, your Dharma is what you put out. And with this card, I feel like your way of giving to the world is by being more of yourself, by you walking in your truth, you choosing yourself, be the change that you wish to see in the world, is what I think with this card. Because it's a ripple effect. When you give yourself to others, and I don't mean necessarily in being service oriented, that is a part of it, but this feels more like you create a ripple effect of change, of positive growth in the world when you show up in your authenticity, because you are giving others the permission that they are safe to show up in their authenticity as well. You're choosing your own path, you're carving your own path, despite what any external sources may think, feel, or whatever, because you are aware that those are simply projections of their own limitations. When you put yourself out there, it's natural for you to receive projections, and that's not for you to carry. It's about you having enough discernment, having enough self-awareness to recognize when things are not meant for you to carry. Not meant for you to carry. You're not escaping your life, you're structuring it. Every time you level up, your old life will try to seduce you and call you back. Don't answer. I've been saying this in these recent readings because we're in the final push of the Year of the Snake at the time that I'm reading this. The Year of the Fire Horse begins on February 17th, 2026. And so right now, it's natural for the final segment of shedding. This is a metamorphosis. It's like things come up to ask if you are ready to evolve or repeat. That has been a common theme with these readings. Evolve or repeat. The choice is yours. And it all lies in your choices. That is a part of manifestation as well. It's the choices you make. It's the actions you take. Yes, it's about visualizing. Yes, it's about belief, faith. But it's also about masculine. This is yin and yang. This is masculine and feminine energies. 2026 so far has felt like a massive Kundalini awakening. Like seriously, it has felt like such a mixture of yin and yang. It's about you embodying both, not leaning more so on this side or this side. It's like you are both. You prioritize your rest and you prioritize that forward moving momentum. You're doing both. And when old things arise, I feel like now you have done enough work on yourself. Like you are constantly working on yourself. This is a very spiritual warrior tribe, a very spiritual warrior community. You are forever working on yourself. But right now you have done enough work on yourself that when things from your old life maybe try to tempt you to come back, to stay still or make a choice that doesn't align with where you're going, you have enough discernment to recognize that. Because you have been sharpening the tools in your tool belt. All this work that you do on yourself was not for nothing. It has not been in vain. And now things are starting to actualize. And do you feel worthy enough to actually hold these things? Your habits. How are you allocating your time? What are you giving your attention to? What are you giving your energy to? What? We have the Tower in reverse? Exactly. We have the Tower in reverse. That's so... Whatever it is that you have recently healed through, trust that the wisdom that you have been given from whatever situations you have overcome are starting to reveal themselves. They're starting to reveal yourselves. You didn't necessarily come out unscathed, but you left certain situations, certain environments, certain relationships with more wisdom, as a more embodied version of yourself. You've left certain situations with a new lens for life, a new relationship with yourself, a new approach to life. And it's been graceful. It hasn't been like, maybe in previous years you kind of stumbled through these tower moments. Navigating felt like rowing a boat through choppy waters, but this more so feels like something comes up. You might feel like it doesn't align, and you trust how you feel and you make a decision based off of your own counsel rather than needing approval from anything outside of you. This is coming from a place of deep self-trust because you cultivated that for yourself. Everything you have been through has led you to this moment, and now it is purifying you from within. So the choices you make are bringing you closer into alignment with your manifestations. Manifestation is becoming a byproduct of you living in alignment. And the micro is truly the macro. It's like, can I wake up when my alarm goes off rather than snoozing it? Make a small change. Can you give yourself more time to get prepared or ready or organized, or like cut out certain things that you've been saying you want to stop doing? Like, just do it. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting to be in that new self in order to stop the things of the old self? That's just not how things work. That's just not how things work. And you know that now. This is like a new wise you. Whatever it is that you went through recently has left you with a new set of keys, a new set of wisdom. A new set of keys to what? A new set of keys to where? Where are you planning on going? What are you creating? I'm like getting hype with this. Whoa, okay, hold on. Whoa. I have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Pentacles, the reversed two. I'm going to take this upright. Two of Pentacles. Are these all pentacles? They are. We have the Three. We have the Three of Pentacles. Collaborating with others. Group effort. This is a time for you to utilize your assets, for you to lean into what it is you're actually creating. When we're talking about being action oriented, it's like, read the books, sign up for the courses. I feel like Aquarius season, that's when I'm recording this video, is during Aquarius season, is an expedition. It's an epic. There is going to be rapid intellectual growth in Aquarius season, because Capricorn season it laid the foundation of discernment. And now as we're navigating this Aquarius season, I wrote down some notes on this actually. Having a surge of energy. This is a period of study, of applying, of auditions. You have a magnetic pull about you because of this inner work you are doing that I feel like you don't even recognize it within yourself, because you're you. You're just you every day. You show up as you every day, but from the outside looking in, people see you and you might feel exposed. As much as you may be more comfortable hiding, maybe being more comfortable as the introvert, maybe being more comfortable lurking in the shadows. These breakthroughs in Aquarius season that you are experiencing are resulting and have resulted in an extreme transformation, which is drawing you closer to your manifestations. Whether you recognize it or not, the work you are doing is showing, and it's making you magnetic. You are presenting yourself as something as high value because you carry yourself as such, because your decisions are changing. The actions you are taking are changing. And as I've been saying, I always say evolve or repeat when I see this card. And even though you are choosing to evolve, it's not necessarily always easy. Things can be easeful, but it's like Are you willing for things to go not necessarily in the way that you anticipated, but trusting that it's taking you where you're meant to be? Being able to trust your discernment when to walk away from things, trusting your discernment when to lean more into things, trusting your discernment when to speak up, setting boundaries. This is a part of your evolution. Self-trust, trusting your capabilities. Confidence is the output of taking the action. What? Competence equals confidence? Confidence is the output of taking the action. Show up like you have it. Treat it how you want it to be now. Release the imposter syndrome. Ugh. Oh my gosh, what? Do you feel the uprise of energy in this reading? Because that's like within you. It's like once you got your second wind, you are completely unstoppable. It's like you just keep having this surge of energy push. It's like the current is literally carrying you. And I've been seeing this vision of you floating in the ocean. Excuse me. A huge, endless ocean. But you're also this golden light body at the same time, where you're just floating. You're just trusting. You're relaxed. You're not clenching. You're relaxed. You are not necessarily detached from your manifestations, because you're not hyper fixating on making things happen, because you're focusing on the present moment and knowing that every decision you take is an aligned effort, an aligned action to where it is you desire to take yourself. And things are going to happen in a way in which you did not expect them to, but you trust that everything is happening for you. You know that everything is happening for you. So now you can unclench your jaw. You can drop your shoulders. You can stand a little bit more straight. You can speak more clearly, more honestly, more eloquently. You are not afraid to be yourself. You are not afraid to be misunderstood, because you know that you understand yourself. You trust yourself. That you are self-centered during this part of your journey. And that being self-centered is not the drag in which we were made to believe it is. There's a difference between being self-centered and self-absorbed. And it's up to you to know the differentiation. Because who else is supposed to be at your center? You are meant to be at your center. So you learning how to choose yourself is one of the biggest revolutions of your lifetime. Because you're like, wait a minute. This whole time I've been on the back burner. I've been made to feel uncomfortable in certain situations, but I take it because I don't want to make this person uncomfortable. We're not doing that anymore. You're safe to have boundaries. You're safe to speak up. You're safe to be uniquely an individual. You give sorry for yelling, but like you give other people the grace to evolve. You give them the grace to be imperfect. What about you? This is about you. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? It's not like just being self-centered is truly not the drag in which we were all made to believe it is. Who else is supposed to be at your center? You're making decisions for you, and it can feel a little bit uncomfortable, but we're here to release the imposter syndrome, because you in fact are worthy of everything it is that you desire. You in fact are worthy of living the life that you dream of, that you Pinterest board about, the life that you literally have dreams of seeing yourself there, because that is waiting for you to arrive. And timelines are collapsing. Things are happening at a rapid rate, and we're not moving with brute force. We're not moving with desperation. That's a big one. You're not moving with desperation anymore. You're moving with knowing that where it is you're going is in fact where you're going. So now you can release a little bit. And that's where that detachment to your own manifestations kind of comes in, because it's like you're not obsessed. I had to pause for a second, because I'm like, you're not obsessed. You're hungry, but you're not starving. Ooh. You're hungry, but you're not starving. I keep looking at this card because I'm like, the Tower in reverse. Say more. Please say more about that Tower in reverse. Let's pull some oracle cards. The Tower in reverse. That is like the epitome of Aquarius season right now. This period of your life, this Tower in reverse it's like, yeah, I'm not repeating these cycles anymore. I'm going to make the decisions that I need to make in order to propel me in the direction that I know I'm meant to go in. Let me stop twiddling my thumbs. Let me stop like trying to outsmart my own intuition. Let me stop doing these little things where I think it's really not that big of a deal, when in fact you know that if you were to just cut that one thing out, that other thing out, it would make you feel so much better and more on top of it. It would make you feel like you are capable, that you are maturing spiritually. Let's pull a few oracle cards. Competence equals confidence. Ooh, I love that. Treat it how you want it to be now. If you are someone who is into entrepreneurship, or you're a creative person, or you are just working on something in general, treat it how you want it to be now. For example, I am a small business owner. I have a business called Samadhi Journey. The link is in the description. But with that, I am writing. I'm putting out my creative writings, hosting meditation gatherings, mobility gatherings, and kind of venturing out into mind, body, spirit coherence. Instead of treating it like it's a small side hustle, this is my job. People often approach me to read tarot for them. I love reading tarot. And at the same time, if this is a part of my business, it feels right to me to treat it like that and not always just do things for free. Because sometimes I be doing readings for free because I really love to read tarot. And if I approach someone about something, of course that would be free. Like I'm approached, like, you know. But if people do approach me about it, and I'm just like, well, this is the link to my website. This is the time slots that I have available, because it is high energetic output for me. This is also like my job. This is my area of expert. Let me release the imposter syndrome for myself. My area of expertise. If it was that easy, why don't you do it? You know what I mean? Someone is coming to me for something. Let me treat it like it's actually a valuable skill. Like I didn't just wake up suddenly reading tarot. Let me stop acting like I didn't just put in years of work and effort and educating myself on some. I'm forever learning about tarot. I think every single day I learn something new. Like I read, I observe my own experiences. I'm constantly learning. Let me treat it like this is real. Like it's bigger than the way I have been treating it, because why am I treating this like a small side hustle? Why am I being coy? Why am I being coy? You know? I'm not even like, we got surrender. I didn't even like, let me shuffle. We got surrender. Actually, you know what? Let me just see what's down here. Drive and surrender. Concentration. Whoa. Hold on. This is what's really catching my eye. Surrender. I'm hearing something about timelines, being pressed about a timeline that you've given yourself. It's a mental construct, this concept of this timeline you've given yourself to achieve something. Do you feel like it's not real unless you achieve it now? Do you feel like it's going to slip away unless you have it right now? Learning how to surrender is truly learning how to trust in divine timing, and not just in a spiritual platitude kind of way, but in a, do you trust that things are aligning in your favor? Truly, not just the automatic yes, because that's, no, deep down, because Source meets you vibrationally. It's not going to match your words. You cannot outsmart Source with words. It's going to meet you vibrationally. And this level of inner work does require you to get more real, more honest, and deeper within yourself. It can be very vulnerable. It can be very humbling. And that is another layer of surrender. I feel like forgiveness is coming up a lot. Everyone loves the concept of forgiveness until it's their turn. What does it mean to forgive people? It's not necessarily just letting, like, completely like, oh, whatever, it's fine, I'm just gonna move on. No, you can feel how you feel, but can you communicate how you feel? Can you uphold your own boundaries? Can you recognize when your ego is getting inflated, when your pride is being juked? You know what I mean? Like, can you recognize your humanness? Your humanness in your humanness. Like, can you recognize that without letting it deflate you or inflate you, but instead bring you to a deeper level of inner knowing within yourself? Recognizing the ways in which you hold yourself back, recognizing the subconscious victim mindset about certain things. Are you in a certain situation that you're not necessarily thrilled to be in, and you might have been looking at the situations or the circumstances around you and just being kind of annoyed with it, but how did you get yourself there? This is also a part of manifestation. This is a part of the action. It's like recognizing within yourself and the ways in which you unconsciously, unknowingly, lovingly hold yourself back. Like, this is not a place to shame yourself or be mad at yourself, but when you're able to recognize certain things about yourself, like, simply put, recognize certain things about within yourself. I realized that I stay up too late and I snooze my alarms over and over, and then I wake up feeling rushed and kind of annoyed that I'm not starting the day in the way that I wanted to. Sure, I'm doing the things that I meant to do today, but I didn't wake up in the way in which I really wanted to. That is real. That is something to, like, recognize. Like, that's just an example, but take that and apply it to yourself. In which ways do you do that? Because that is how you close the gap between you and your manifestations. There's many ways, there's many limbs to this, but that's just one part of it. When you can be honest with yourself, when you can hold yourself accountable inwardly without needing anything outside of you's validation. This is about you. That's being self-centered. Can you purify yourself from within by being integral? Do you get what I'm saying? This is some tough love. But I'm really here for it. You already know. Look. We have drive. Then we have concentration, perseverance, spiritual quest. Do you need me to elaborate? Do you need me to elaborate on that? Like, be for real. Like, what? That's just plain and simple in your face. Let's carry on. I do want to pull a final tarot card for our week ahead. I've been really enjoying doing these polls for the next few days for the week ahead, because we can look at the big picture, the broad picture, but sometimes it can feel a little bit daunting because it's like, where to go? It's like, where do I go? What do I do next? But now it's like, let's break it down into digestible pieces. Let's look at our week ahead, where to focus our energy, anything that wants to speak to us, anything that wants to be brought to our attention. Just for our week ahead. Whoa. Yeah, that card better go back in. It was the reverse 4 of Wands. What? Ooh. We have the Moon. And again, the King of Cups. You know what? I'm going to take him. This is where we're going to end our reading. With these two cards, we have the King of Cups and we have the Moon. I love that. This is such an inward spiritual journey for you, and I'm so here for it, because this is like, I know what I'm talking about. I know how I feel. I know myself well enough to know that I would never move with ill intention. So if someone perceives me to have some, like, you're recognizing the projections people put on you, and you're moving with a sense of like loving compassion, forgiveness. You're not even mad at them. Forgive them for what they do not know. This is such an inward personal journey. The work you're doing inward is reflecting externally. It is almost harvest season. Almost. Don't get mixed up like expecting to see, like, keep showing up day to day. Be real, be honest, stay true to you, own your shit. Sorry for swearing. Like, seriously. You know what you're doing. Even when you don't know what you're doing, you know that I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what to do next. I feel like I'm floating in the abyss. I'm floating in the void. What am I doing? Where am I going? All I know is that I'm meant to be here now. You know? Let it go. Exhale. Be here now. That's all you're meant to do, is make the aligned choices to keep you steady. Reflection. You're constantly in a state of reflection, but I can also feel like nighttime rituals, moon rituals could be really significant for you right now. Whenever we have our next full moon. When is the next full moon? It's in a couple of weeks, because we just had our first new moon of the year so far. Moon rituals, cleansing your crystals under the moon, meditating under the moon, speaking your desires, your manifestations to the moon. Ooh, howling at the moon. Go howl at the moon. Go howl at the moon. Go journal. Go journal and give it to the moon. Thank the moon for keeping you aligned with your, not to even sound like cliche, but keeping you aligned with your highest good. Truly, 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 like really, you are in alignment. You are, even when it feels dark, even when it feels confusing, even when floating in the void starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable, you know that you are in true alignment. Like, you know. This is like power. This is, I know what I'm doing. Do not interrupt me. If things do try to interrupt me, I will kindly detest and move back into what it is I'm meant to be doing. Take back my focus. Take back my power. Take back my energy. Because that's mine, not yours. Ooh. Powerful. You are a powerful, sovereign being. Cosmic warrior. Ooh. That's you. And look. Like, look at that. The Tower in reverse and the King of Cups, because you left with wisdom. You left with insight. You left with lore. You left with life experience. And the whole point is to experience. And you move like that is your truth. Because you know that. You know that the whole point is to experience. And so you can't even leave situations being upset because you just say thank you next. That's where we end this, is thank you next. Like, look. The Tower in reverse with the King of Cups. You are leaving certain situations. I keep like putting like, because look, you're leaving situations with wisdom. Now what's next? What's next? Whew, okay. Thank you for allowing me to speak some life into you. I'm so here for this energy. It feels really good to move from the murkiness that was fall and winter. That was a really deep part of our shedding, of our molting journey. As we're ending this year of the snake, February 16th will be the last day of the year of the snake, right before Pisces season. So we are starting the year of the fire horse with dignity, with a higher level of self-respect, a higher level of inner knowing. There's like more information kind of spewing out of me right now, like self-preservation mode, distilling. I think we need to end this reading here because I could go on and on, but this gives me more excitement for the next reading. So thank you so much for being here, and until next time, bye.